Well, there was shocking news for Rocky in our last episode. After having taken care of the Bumbling Brothers circus elephants nearly all season, he was called into the office and...
Fired.
Sorry, Rocky.
But why?
Well, it was a terrible story the Bumbling Brothers told, and they told it terribly, too.
You see, every week we weigh the elephants.
You know, we've always had the biggest ones in the world.
Every elephant at least 3 tons.
It's a rule. 6,000 pounds.
But last week...
Only 5,400 pounds each.
And we got 10 elephants.
Together, they lost 6,000 pounds.
Rocky, I hate to say it, but...
You've lost a whole elephant somewhere.
So you're fired.
Gee, naturally.
Of course, when Bullwinkle heard the news, he was furious.
You can't do that to my pal. Either he stays or I go.
Oh, it's all right, Bullwinkle. I don't blame him.
Neither do I, but I'm a hero. I always gotta stick by my buddy.
Well, we got to have a good lion tamer.
And that's me.
So we better keep our lousy elephant trainer.
And that's me?
Unfortunately for our boys' peace of mind, the next week was even worse.
Bullwinkle, this elephant weighs under 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, his ribs are starting to show, too.
Now let's look at this thing logically.
That'll be a switch.
Every elephant eats 2 bales of hay and 50 buckets of water a day.
Not counting snacks between meals.
And the kids feed him about 20 pounds of peanuts. That's about 200 pounds of food every day. They should be getting fat.
Unless they're taking pills.
Bullwinkle, that's it.
What's it?
They're taking pills.
Without a prescription?
Somebody must be sneaking reducing pills to our elephants.
But how?
Well, I give them their hay myself, so somebody must be putting something in the water.
Who gives them the water?
Allow me to introducing myself.
Hey, don't I know you?
Sure, Mike, I'm Gunga Drain, Indian type water boy.
Gunga Drain? Hey, you're in another adventure of ours. What are you doing at the circus?
Well, we already had the costumes. No use letting them go to waste.
Gunga Drain?
You may talk of ginger beer when you're quartered safe out here with only penny fights.
All right, I know the poem.
I don't like this, Bullwinkle.
Neither do I, but it's the only dialogue we got.
Don't you like Kipling?
I don't know. I just can't say it.
You better come along with me to the office, Gunga Drain.
I can't.
Why?
I think my mommy's calling me.
Your mommy? Where's she?
Where else? In Egypt. Bye.
By golly, Bullwinkle, I think we did it.
We sure did. What?
We got rid of the water boy. I'll bet the elephants will get fat now.
Alas for Rocky's hopes. The next time they weighed the elephants...
Hokey smoke, Bullwinkle. This one weighs under 1,000 pounds.
He does look svelte, I must say.
But we got rid of our water boy.
Let's see. You give him the hay.
Right.
I give him the water.
Right.
Who gives him the peanuts?
The kid.
Then some kid is doing it.
Some kid. Bullwinkle, I'm ashamed of you. I won't believe it's a kid.
Okay, me neither.
Well, our heroes have demonstrated a touching faith in the youth of America. But at that very moment, a diminutive figure wearing a Rocky and Bullwinkle T-shirt was feeding peanuts to the elephants. Peanuts loaded with reducing pills. Don't fail to miss our next episode. A short wait for all seats, or one of our trunks is missing.
Doggone it, will you never learn?
What are you trying to do, Junior?
I'm trying to teach Spartacus how to juggle fruit, but he keeps dropping the watermelon.
And he'll continue to drop it. You know the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I can't teach him an old trick.
That's beside the point, my boy. Now you take the fable of the fox and the hound. Not too many years ago, a fox named Murgatroyd Cornelius Applefinger, or MCA, went out to Hollywood and opened a theatrical agency.
Hello, CB. MCA here. Say, CB, I understand you're making a whale of a picture called Moby Richard, and you need a whale. Let me tell you, CB, let me tell you. Sure, I got one. And he sings.
Yes, the whale could sing all right, but he couldn't swim.
Darryl, baby, it's MCA here. Look, sweetie, according to the trades, I see you casting for the lead in King Kong. You need a gorilla. Let's not monkey around, Darryl. I got just the one for you. And he dances, just like Ruby Keeler.
True, he could dance all right, but he couldn't stand high places.
Hello, Dory, baby. MCA here. Look, Lolly just called. She tells me you're making an airplane picture called The Fly and the Mighty. Wonderful, sweetie. Guess what I got? Yeah. How'd you get? And he plays the drums.
Yeah, he could play the drums with the best of them, but he couldn't fly an airplane. And with 10% of nothing coming in, MCA was forced into giving up his luxurious suite of offices. And now, hungry and destitute, he wandered the streets of the sprawling city. The lights of the theater marquees cut deeply. He was no longer a part of the thing he loved. His only thought now was to end it all and go to the loge section of the big movie show in the sky. Taking the coward's way out, he took the road to the river and stood at the very brink of Pier 17. And that's when he first heard the sound that was to change his life.
Say, that sounds like somebody sweeping on the river.
Not on the river, over the river. As he watched, the dog drifted into shore until he was directly overhead.
Hey, doggy baby. Hey, doggy doll. You know what you're doing? Wake up!
Hi?
What are you, some kind of nut or something? You can't fly, you're a dog.
Some folks, walk in their sleep. I fly in my sleep, so sue me.
MCA knew a good thing when he saw it. A dog that flew would set Hollywood on its ears.
Hello, CB, MCA here. Wait a minute, hold it, CB. Yeah, I know he sank. So did the picture, remember? I understand you're making devil dogs of the air. Now, look, I don't got an Airedale. I got a devil of a dog that really flies.
You certain? This isn't another one of your fly-by-night tricks, MCA?
So help me, Selznick, this dog is a real sleeper.
Okay. Have him take this bomb, fly over the field, and drop it on that hangar.
Right, CB. Okay, Rover. Rockabye doggy in the treetop.
The director and the crew had never seen anything like it. The dog rose into the air and at an altitude of 1,000 feet did a perfect Immelman and dropped the bomb.
There. What did I tell you, CB?
Amazing, colossal. Of course, he needs a little target practice.
You mean he didn't hit the hangar?
No. He wiped out Beverly Hills.
Who happened to be the leading lady. But they signed up another one, and the next morning they also signed up the dog to a 99-year contract. Production began on Devil Dogs of the Air, and he was destined for stardom. The script called for power dives, strafing trains, diving under bridges, and crash landings. And Freddie was superb through all of it.
Well, CB, what do you say? Great?
No doubt of it. We got a winner. All we got to shoot is the final love scene. Have Freddie on the set at 6 in the morning.
And that's when the trouble began, because 6 in the morning is pretty early, and Freddie needed his shut-eye.
What's with Freddie? How can he do a love scene when he's sound asleep?
Oh, no, nothing, Steve. I'll fix it. Come on, Freddie. Up, boy, up.
And Freddie did go up into the air. This posed a problem, for without the love scene, the picture was worthless.
Might just as well tear up his contract.
No, CB, don't be hasty, baby. Wait, I'll wake him up. I'll wake him.
But no matter what he tried, the dog slept and flew on. Finally, in desperation, Freddie was chained to the floor of the huge sound stage, but alas, that didn't work either. The entire cast and crew of Devil Dogs of the Air rose to unbelievable heights and were never seen or heard from again. So you see, Junior, you just can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's not a bad moral, Pop, but I got a better one.
Oh, you're not going to say...
Yep. Let sleeping dogs fly.
Hi there! Today's poem is all about my grandfather's clock.
Sure is a big one.
Yup. My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor.
How come it's not running?
See, it says always his treasure and pride. It stopped short, never to go again when the old moose died.
Your grandfather's dead, Bullwinkle?
Well, exactly. He just sort of disappeared. But that doesn't rhyme so good.
And the clock hasn't run all these years, huh?
What do you mean all these years? He disappeared yesterday.
Yesterday? And the clock stopped? Hey, do you suppose...
Uh-oh, let me open her up. Grandpa, it's you!
You're expecting maybe John Cameron Swayze?
Well, if that don't beat all, how could anybody be so stupid as to get locked up in a clock?
Stupid? Why, it's easy. Like this.
Oh!
Now there's something you don't see every day, Rocky.
What's that, Grandpa?
A clock with a face on both sides.
Dudley Do-Right of the Royal Canadian Mounties was feeling fit as a fiddle and ready for love.
I'm feeling fit as a fiddle and ready for love, Nell.
You look terrible.
What's that, Nell?
I said you look terrible. Your posture's all slumped, your eyes have lost their sparkle, and your complexion is bad. Frankly, Dudley, you look kind of puny.
Puny? But, Nell, I'm in the best of shape. Otherwise, what would I be doing in the Mounties?
Puny, puny, puny. Here, I'll prove it to you. Let's arm wrestle.
Oh, Nell, that's just being silly. You know you're no match for a Mountie.
Just put your muscle where your mouth is, Dudley.
2 out of 3, Nell?
I saw that, Dudley. I'm not going to have a Mountie of mine lose an arm wrestling contest with a mere slip of a girl.
But, Inspector...
You look terrible. But look at that posture. Dudley, you go and build yourself up and don't come back until you learn to stand up straight.
It wasn't just coincidence that prompted Snidely Whiplash to open his Vic Whiplash Gym. It was money. And knowing that Dudley Do-Right wanted to build himself up, who better than Snidely Whiplash could help Dudley Do-Right build himself down?
I'd like to enroll in your gym.
Fine. Now, the swimming pool is over there, bowling alley's over there. We have ice skating rink, golf course, pool hall, bingo room, shooting gallery, race.
I was thinking of a couple of dumbbells and maybe some sitting-up exercises, you know. Do you have a gym?
Follow me. There.
Where are the dumbbells?
Oh, that's old-fashioned. Nobody uses dumbbells anymore. All exercise is done by machines. Actually, you don't have to do a thing. The machines will do it all.
So Dudley Do-Right took the Vic Whiplash 6-month course, and sure enough, upon completing the course, Dudley had built himself down.
What happened to you, Dudley? You look terrible.
What has happened, Nell, is that I have completed the Vic Whiplash bodybuilding course, and I'm as strong as an ox. Let's arm wrestle.
Dudley, you have been cheated. Snidely Whiplash has not built you up. He has built you down.
Goodbye, Nell. I'm leaving the Mounties. There is no place for a chicken-hearted, puny man.
But what will you do? How will you live?
I guess I'll just have to take a civilian job. Maybe someone has use for a puny man like me.
Good luck, Dudley.
Oh, don't squeeze so hard already. Oh, you did that on purpose, Nell.
So Dudley Do-Right was forced to look for a job. For weeks, he was turned down because...
You're too puny.
Sorry, we don't hire puny people here.
You're so puny. Such a puny.
Then I don't get the job?
I never saw such a puny.
Then all at once, Dudley's luck changed.
Dudley Do-Right, eh? All right, Do-Right, the job's yours. You know our quota, 20 trees a day. Think you can handle it?
Oh, yes, sir.
When Dudley was finally able to get the axe off the ground, he started to work with enthusiasm. And in 4 weeks' time, Dudley's muscles turned to steel. Dudley Do-Right was building himself up.
Timber!
Why, you're strong as an ox.
No, ma'am, I'm puny.
But Dudley didn't realize that he was building himself up. He still thought of himself as puny. Then one day, by mere accident, Dudley happened to run into Nell Fenwick.
Don't touch me, you brute. Just because you have all those muscles, don't think you can have your way with a girl like me. Why, Dudley, is that you?
Yes, Dudley Do-Right, your faithful puny friend.
Look out! It's a runaway horse! Run for your lives!
I know I did the right thing when I left the RCMP, because there's no room for a puny Mountie in the RCMP.
Dudley, you lifted that horse up with one hand. No puny man could do that.
You don't have to put me on. I've learned to live with the fact that I'm puny. Some people are just puny.
Dudley Do-Right, you are not puny.
If I could only believe you, Nell.
Dudley, it is all in your mind. Just keep saying, I am not puny, I am not puny. Then you can get your money back from Snidely Whiplash.
I'm not puny. 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 I'm not puny.
It's good to have you back, Dudley. I can't for the life of me think why I thought you were puny.
It's understandable, sir. It all started when Nell and I were arm wrestling like this. Here, you see, we both gripped hands and...
I saw that, Dudley.
I'm not puny. I'm not puny. I'm not puny.
Well, Bullwinkle might be a great success as the world's only musical lion tamer. But his pal Rocky isn't doing so well as an elephant trainer, for all of his elephants are losing weight at a frightening speed. And what's more, the reason appears to be that they are being fed reducing pills by a little boy.
No, I won't believe that a kid would do such a thing.
He don't know me very well, do he?
Yes, unbeknownst to our friends, the little boy and his mommy were really Boris and Natasha out to destroy the circus.
Bullwinkle, I just can't watch those elephants shrink away to skeletons. I'm going to leave the circus.
You hear that, Natasha? One down, one to go.
You can't leave, Rock. Think of all the little kids who have faith in you.
Yeah, I guess I can't let him down.
But at that moment...
There he is, that mean widow squirrel that won't feed the pretty our feds. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame.
Please, Ethelbert.
Ethelbert?
I'll give you a hit with mine all-day soccer, you bad squirrel, you.
Come along now.
Ethelbert?
You see, Bullwinkle, even the kids have lost faith in me.
Ethelbert?
Now all we got to do is get rid of Moose and the circus is ruined.
How we do that?
Easy. Tonight is going to be a fake lion in the cage with him.
A fake lion?
Looky here. We get inside this fake lion suit. But instead of jaws, this lion has a steel bear trap with poison teeth.
Oh, delightful.
And when Moose puts his head in lion's mouth, I pull the trigger and... no more Moose. And we got a little something to hang on the wall of the den besides.
You mean lion skin?
I mean moose head.
Sure enough, that night when Bullwinkle entered the cage, there was one substitute lion waiting for him. At first, all went well with his act. Until it was time for the grand finale. Not knowing of the deadly steel trap that waited him inside the fake lion, Bullwinkle bent down to place his head in the lion's mouth. Boris's hand touched the trigger, and at that instant...
Telegram for Bullwinkle Moose!
For me? Be with you in a minute. Hey, Rock. It's from the Bullwinkle Fan Club in Missoula, Montana.
Don't put your head in the lion's mouth. It's a trap. Weather continues fine. Love, the kids.
A trap?
Gee, Bullwinkle, they saved your life.
Pretty thoughty of them.
Boris, let's get out of here.
I can't. The zipper is stuck.
That's a pretty fierce lion, Bullwinkle. He must be a man-eater.
I know. I just heard the man talking.
I think we ought to give this lion to a zoo.
A zoo?
And the boys did just that. So next time you're at the lion's cage at the zoo, listen carefully. And behind the bars, you may hear...
Boris, I told you to get a lion suit with buttons.
Oh, roar.
What's that mean, darling?
That's lion talk for shut up, you mouth.
Of course, as soon as summer was over, school started and our friends returned to Frostbite Falls. But Bumbling Brothers Circus went on to even greater glory. The elephants got fat again, of course, and the lions did their routines even without a trainer.
I guess Bumbling Brothers Circus is world famous now, Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
I hear they're very big in England.
Of course, there they just call Bumbling Brothers Circus by its initials.
You mean?
Sure. You never heard of the BBC?
No.
Oh.
And with that transatlantic jape, we close another true-life adventure of Rocky the Flying Squirrel and Bullwinkle Moose.